Hi, I'm Jason, and this is Level Up Hobbies. Today I'm going to continue my contrast painting series, where I've been taking one Space Marine from each of the founding chapters and painting them up to a parade-ready standard using contrast paints and highlights. Today we're going to be painting white scars, so if you like your Space Marines fast, this is the chapter for you. Let's get painting. Okay, so we are going to be painting a white scars Space Marine using mainly contrast paints. So what I did here is started out by priming the model in Vallejo black surface primer. And now I'm going to give kind of a really heavy zenithal highlight with Gray Seer. Again, I want to leave some dark areas, towards the bottom, underneath, but the higher areas I would like gray. Okay, so this white scar, I started to base him in Gray Seer because I was wanting a nice cool white for the color, but I kind of changed my mind. I'm gonna rebase him in Wraithbone, so my overall white's gonna be a much warmer white instead of a cool white. Alright, so we'll go ahead and again, I'm leaving the black in the recesses. I don't want to cover up all the shadow. We're going to start laying down some color for the white scar here. For that, we're going to use Contrast Apothecary White. Alright, now we're going to go through and paint all of the pouches and leather bits and the gun casing in gray cere. Right now we're going to go over all of those parts that are going to be black with black Templar contrast paint. Okay, so we are going to highlight the black portions of the model now. We're going to use Administratum Gray and just do a line highlight on those. We're going to start highlighting the armor here. And for this, we're going to do some line highlights with Corax White. Next, we're going to do a final highlight on the armor using some white scar. You can really just use any white for this. It's just going to be fine highlights, the higher parts of the model. We're going to paint the emblem on his chest, and for that we are using Blood Angels Red. Gonna highlight that emblem on the chest there, and for that we're going to use some Evil Sun's Scarlet. And we're going to do one final little highlight on the emblem with some Cadian flesh tone. Okay, we're going to paint all the silver stuff, and we're going to base it in lead belcher. We're going to wash all the silver pieces with some Nolan oil to knock that shine down. Put a little bit of contrast and depth in that. take and paint this little emblem here in his forearm in, base it in Balthazar gold. Wash that gold with some Seraphim Sepia. Just kind of fill in those recesses, give it some shade, some depth. Now we are going to go ahead and highlight the silver and gold with Runefang Steel. I know. Why are you highlighting gold with silver? It's just for that really bright white highlight of gold. So we got all the details painted on here. Off camera, you can see I painted the knee pad. I wasn't able to do it on camera just because of the positioning of the leg, and trying to capture that on camera was pretty much impossible. So I went ahead and just did it off camera. Got everything else that I can think of painted. And so now we're going to apply some decals. I've got a couple decals just here. They've been soaking for a minute. I've got the White Scars chapter emblem on there, and then also got the wrong squad designation, so I'll have to get another one. Hold on. Okay, so I got the correct squad marking in there, close support. The assault intercessors are kind of weird. They're in the codex, they're listed under the troops, but they're considered the close support. So I guess fast attack, but doesn't work like that. I don't know. Alright, so what I did is I put down a little bit of microsol on here, and that works almost instantly to release these from the paper. And then I'm just going to use an old junky brush and get this up on here. These are older decals, so I mean, hopefully it'll set fine. Actually, you know what I need to do is, oops, I'm really messing this up. I'm trying not to tear the decal. What I want to do is put a little bit of water in there so it'll slide around. And hopefully these aren't too big. They seem like they're fairly large decals, but I know they're for the troops and not the vehicles. This decal actually came from an older sheet that I had from like 2014, I think. I'm not exactly sure what I would have had, but the newer sets don't have the other chapters on there. Like the newest one from the Indominus box, it's got Ultramarines, Blood Angels, Space Wolves, and Dark Angels. None of the other standard Codex Marine decals are on there, whereas the older sheets, let's see if I've got one right over here. Yeah, here's the one I got it off of. So I mean, it's got, you know, Ultramarines, Dark Angels, Blood Angels, Imperial Fists, Crimson Fists, Black Templars, White Scars, Salamanders, and other, you know, markings over here. So I don't know. It's kind of weird, like, you know, what do they use to determine which chapters they're going to put on there? Because it's not like you can just pick up some White Scars decals. They might have some in Forge World, but those decals always sell out pretty quick, so. Okay. Alright, so that one's on. And then I'm going to apply this close support decal, which hopefully it didn't sit there too long. And totally dissolve. And for this one, yeah, that one. So we got the decals all set. After they dried, I put a coat of gloss varnish over the entire shoulder pad to lock those down. And I think this model is done. I hit the base with a coat of black just to tidy it up, and next I just need to do an entire spray the entire model with some matte varnish, and then put some I don't know, just some field scatter and stuff on the base. All in all, I think the model turned out pretty good. Let me try to get a little closer and zoom in. That's about it. I was not too happy with how the white laid down. I don't think there's enough contrast, like in the recessed areas. Let me see, grab a brush. You can see. So like right in here, it's a light gray, which, I mean, it does work once you get the details on and you get the highlights. It really pulls it together. But before, when it's just the flat color, it's hard to see what it's gonna be in the end. Yeah, I mean, it turned out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. I was expecting the white to be a little warmer than what it turned out, just because of using the Wraithbone base. I'll have to see what it looks like with the gray sear, see the difference. But all in all, I think it's good. It's a light enough gray that Korak's white will highlight it, and then I did another highlight of what was it? White Scar. Ironically, White Scar. So yeah, it turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Any suggestions or ideas. All in all, I think the white has been my least favorite of the contrast paints so far. Obviously, I have not tried them all yet, so we'll see. But that being said, even though it was my least favorite, the model itself turned out really well. Alright, so if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and then go ahead and hit that notification, the bell icon down there, so you can be notified whenever I publish future videos. Thanks again for joining me here at Level Up Hobbies. I'm Jason, and have a good day. Thank you.